Close your eyes for a second and listen. That sound, that deep, angry rumble, it used to mean something. It meant power, rebellion, identity. This was the heartbeat of the car world, the mighty V8, but today it's fading. Smothered by silence, strangled by regulations, and replaced by something that hums instead of roars. So, how did we go from raw mechanical fury to government-approved quiet? This is the story of how emissions killed an icon. Before electric torque and eco-badges, the sound of 8 cylinders firing in perfect harmony was the universal language of speed, a sound so primal it could stir your blood. From the first muscle cars of the 60s to the super sedans of the 2000s, the V8 wasn't just an engine, it was a character. It had attitude, personality, and pride. It wasn't silent power hidden beneath software. It was mechanical art, loud and unapologetic. It was the hero of every movie chase scene, the heartbeat of American highways, and the reason kids grew up taping posters of Mustangs, Camaros, and Chargers on their bedroom walls. It inspired generations of engineers, dreamers, and thrill-seekers alike. Every rev told a story of rebellion, freedom, and a connection between man and machine that no algorithm could ever replicate. The V8 wasn't just about going fast, it was about feeling alive. But here's the cruel irony. The very qualities that made the V8 so intoxicating, its noise, its thirst, its unapologetic presence, became the reasons it was marked for extinction. Governments wanted cleaner air, automakers wanted higher efficiency, and society wanted silence. The V8 didn't go quietly. It fought back, roaring louder, faster, and prouder than ever before. But the forces building against it weren't mechanical. They were political, environmental, and cultural. And to understand how we arrived at this turning point, we need to go back to where it all began, to the dawn of an era that defined what driving truly meant. The V8 didn't just dominate, it defined an era. After World War II, America fell head over heels for the idea of limitless power. Gas was cheap, highways stretched beyond the horizon, and engineers had no boundaries. The Chevy Small Block, Ford 289, Chrysler Hemi, these weren't just lumps of metal. They were the beating hearts of a generation built on optimism and ambition. They powered everything from family sedans to NASCAR champions, from backroad cruisers to drag strip kings. Owning a V8 wasn't about necessity, it was about identity. It meant confidence, it meant freedom. By the 1970s, the V8 had gone global. Europe, once focused on finesse, joined the muscle symphony. Ferrari, Aston Martin, Jaguar, they each gave the V8 their own dialect, elegant yet ferocious. The world was united by that unmistakable sound, the growl at idle, the scream at redline. Then came the 1990s and 2000s, the V8 Renaissance. BMW's S62, Mercedes 6.2 AMG, the Corvette LS7, the Lexus 1UZ FE. These engines represented the peak of both performance and craftsmanship. They were loud, raw, and utterly human. Every automaker was in an arms race, not just for horsepower, but for emotion. Each V8 had a soul. You didn't just drive them, you formed a bond with them. But under that golden glow, a shadow was forming. Oil crises, climate awareness, and stricter laws were quietly gathering strength. The age of excess was about to stand trial, and the V8 was about to be judged. The downfall of the V8 didn't begin with failure. It began with regulation. Governments across the globe introduced rules meant to save the planet, but in doing so, they sentenced a legend. Euro 4, Euro 5, Euro 6. The names sound harmless, but to engineers they were chains. In the US, CAFE standards forced automakers to chase fuel economy over feeling. Suddenly, displacement became a dirty word. The V8 was labeled wasteful, outdated, irresponsible. Manufacturers scrambled for solutions: smaller engines, more turbos, hybrid systems. BMW replaced its glorious naturally aspirated S65 V8 with a turbocharged straight six. AMG's legendary 6.2L hand-built masterpiece gave way to a downsized 4.0L twin-turbo. Even Ferrari, the symbol of mechanical passion, surrendered to forced induction. Sure, the numbers improved. Better acceleration, better efficiency, better everything on paper. But the magic began to fade. The sound, the feel, the drama, replaced by silence and simulation. The engine note that once sent chills down spines was now a digital echo piped through speakers. And the harsh truth? We helped make it happen. We demanded quieter cabins, lower fuel bills, and eco-friendly badges. And in doing so, we turned our backs on the very thing that made driving feel alive. It wasn't just the end of an engine, it was the end of an era, the moment when driving started to feel less human and more like software. As the world turned toward sustainability, automakers didn't just downsize, they transformed. The first wave was hybridization, an attempt to balance raw emotion with modern responsibility. Cars like the Porsche Panamera Hybrid and Lexus LC500H tried to prove that you could have performance without guilt. They delivered numbers that impressed, but soundtracks that didn't. Then came the full shift, the EV revolution. Tesla's Model S Plaid shocked the industry with acceleration that no combustion car could touch. The Porsche Taycan and Lucid Air refined electric speed into something eerily perfect. Silent, instant, sterile. But perfection has a price. Because while you can measure speed, you can't measure soul. The V8 gave you a journey. You felt every combustion, every vibration, every shift. It made you part of the story. EVs skip the story, they just go. Fast, yes, but emotionless. Even icons couldn't escape. Mercedes-AMG, the loudest name in performance, now sells a C63 with a 4-cylinder hybrid engine producing 680 horsepower. It's faster, smarter, more efficient, yet when you press the start button, there's no roar, just a polite hum. That's not evolution, that's sterilization. The sound of progress is silence. But the story doesn't end in silence, not yet. Even in this new electric age, there are rebels who refuse to surrender. Dodge sent off its Hellcat and Demon with fire-breathing, tire-shredding madness, unapologetically loud till the very last mile. Ford's Mustang Dark Horse carries the torch, showing that even in a digital world, passion still sells. Chevy's Corvette Z06, with its exotic 5.5L flat-plane V8, proves that art and engineering can still coexist. Across the Pacific, Lexus continues the fight with its LC500, a masterpiece of craftsmanship that sings one of the last naturally aspirated songs the world will ever hear. These are the final warriors, the last guardians of an era built on noise and emotion. But we all know what's coming. By 2035, most major countries will ban new combustion engines. The V8 will become a relic, preserved by collectors, celebrated by dreamers, and remembered by anyone who ever pressed the throttle just to hear it. And maybe that's the way legends should go. Not fading into silence, but roaring until the very end. Because legends don't die, they echo. And the V8's echo, that deep, thunderous symphony, will live forever in every burnout, every tunnel scream, and every heart that beats a little faster at the sound of power. So, what do you think? Did we evolve for the better Or did we trade the soul of driving for silence and statistics? Let me know in the comments. And if you love deep dives into car culture, history, and automotive controversies, hit that subscribe button. Because here, legends never die, they just downshift into eternity.